Ouais, mais ça, je t'assume, c'est tough à voir, là.
Oh yeah, no. But because when I was
Ça, c'est le logo d'équipe, en tout cas.
okay, so the guy on the left is the porn actor, right?
Ouais, ça, c'est Adrien Laurent à gauche, puis Cardiac à droite.
Okay. He kind of looks like he's already done time.
Ouais. Grosse ville, Cardiac, ouais.
Yeah, man. Shibugamo Garcia, là.
Fait que c'est ça le nom. Pour ça, l'équipe s'appelle de
Ah,
même.
I mean, honnêtement, je suis curieux because like half the time people just like they change their names like I don't know like fucking Floa whose FCC used to be called Scooby Doo but he's still called FCC. Et quand j'ai demandé à Ghost Nation si je pouvais tag FCC, it's like who the fuck's FCC? And I'm like, bro, it's your fucking 80 carry. Well, his name's Flo. Well, why the fuck is his name not Floa in the fucking client, bro? Like, who names themselves Family Car Crash? You know? Like, c'est juste, bro, like, ah, je veux bien là, ben, yo, des fois, il faut que je change mon intonation sur de la marde so often because people just change their names. And like, fucking Carciac, qui refuse de jouer sur Carciac, qui joue sur Nosus, so il va se faire appeler Nosus. Toute la saison par mois là, because you know like je veux bien là, but people are just hey,
Quoi,
je
là?
vais juste écrire Giusauce là, puis si le monde sont pas content là, ben ils peuvent aller sucer ma goût. Ah, Cédule Academy. Ouh, mardi le 30 septembre. So demain, j'ai un cast. Hey yo, let's go.
Ouais, les Twinkies, ils t'ont-tu écrit ou pas encore?
Ah,
Tu
bro,
vas aller
moi,
signer.
I'm gonna go
Tu vas aller
harass.
chercher.
I'm gonna go harass Ghost Nation, bro. Je m'en bats les couilles, man. That guy's my bitch. He's a good friend. I like him.
En même temps,
I like him a lot.
tu peux toujours spectate les games, là. C'est sûr, t'auras pas la draft, mais tu peux toujours les
Non,
spectate les
non, non,
games.
non, 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 non. Moi, je m'appelle pas la LQL, okay? Like, we do official broadcast here. No, yo, there's this thing that's been on my feed and it's been a little bit annoying. I don't know if you saw the male enhancement smoothie.
Non? Par contre, j'en aurais besoin, là.
All right, so it's
J'en ai une astuce de petite, là.
no. But so you blend, so in a blender, right? You cut up
Mhm.
two lemons, deux citrons entiers, uh, une I don't know a thing of ginger. Like you cut it up, right? Because you're blending it, and or nanana en entier. So apparently, what this does is it increases. Yes, cool. It increases your output, your stamina, and your cardiovascular health, and improves digestion. So
Le problème, c'est que
if you're looking
je
to
suis
get
pas.
lucky with women, je peux t'envoyer la vidéo si tu veux.
Ah, j'en aurais besoin, man. Besoin d'être en shape, là.
Sounds good.
Au lieu de prendre du Viagra, man, on va se faire un smoothie naturel.
Oh yeah. Bah c'est sûr c'est pas genre instant action là, you know, it's a process of healing over time là. But naturally it'll improve probably your results, even if you're
À
just
partir de
cranking one
demain,
out.
man,
Sounds
on
good.
commence ce smoothie-là, man.
Yeah, j'ai le link sur Facebook. I'll send it to you after this. Give me a second. I just have to post on Facebook real quick that we're. Oops. Je vais trouver la vidéo pour toi, t'inquiète.
Merci, mon frère, man.
Ça me fait plaisir, bro. Moi, je suis là pour aider. I'm a support main IRL. And that's all it really is. Okay. Oh, there we go. Alright, so bienvenue le monde. Testing, audio testing, just making sure because I've been going back and forth. Vince, tu m'entends bien?
Moi, je t'en bien, en tout cas.
Okay, sounds good. So, no, but je dois juste m'assurer because I have this dumb thing because I tried recording on my Switch, right, with Streamlabs, but ça cause des issues, so I have to go on OBS, but OBS and Streamlabs can't be open at the same time because then it fucks whichever one's managing my camera, and if one's fucking my camera, then my Switch won't open, so it's kind of stupid, so et des fois les settings par défaut, ils changent pour aucune raison. Like, I'll have my headphones plugged in, I'll have my mic is correctly plugged in, literally nothing ever happens to my mic, and then suddenly, like, bam, touché. And it's just like, ok. Bon, ben, c'est le fun.
Ouais, ça fait que ça te fuck tout.
So des fois, like, I'm recording a Pokemon video, and, like, I don't have a mic. So you see me reacting on the camera, and you can't hear anything. You can hear the Pokemon music, but you can't hear me talking. So it's like... C'est génial. Alright, so let's... should we give it a few more minutes? Give people the time to show up? Because I see we have 5 people.
Ouais, c'est sûr qu'on est un petit peu plus. Ouais, t'avais dit mi-8 heures, on n'est pas pressé.
Non, j'avais dit 8 heures. But you know, on a toujours... Bah, ouais, non, mais t'as dit mi-8 heures, so that's 8:30, right?
On peut attendre encore 5 minutes.
Yeah, on peut attendre.
Tant que la plèbe arrive.
Alright, so looking at these names, right? Le TDN, c'est la team du Nord, ça, right?
Ouais, team du Nord.
Nute is on Vertios.
De gauche à droite, c'est en ordre. Fait que là, t'as
Ouais, c'est Exodia, TDN,
Love Me, Vertios, Adrien Vincent.
I'm gonna call you guys AV, by the way. I'm not gonna give people like sauce for pornography. I don't want to get striked on YouTube.
C'est correct, c'est sous les radars. Adrien Vincent, ça existe pas.
Okay, bro. Like, don't worry about it. I just okay. What's the Ghost Poutine team called? Is it by Valex, Krovos, Blios, Yaz, DM Forgotten?
DM Dawn.
The Forgotten?
Dawn, le dernier. Non, The Forgotten, c'est Trixouille puis.
Ah, ok. Damn. Ok, so il y a 3 équipes de DME?
Ouais, c'est ça, il y a 3 équipes de DME cette année.
Ok. And Dals, Léo, Bigot, c'est Semi Deluxe, Big Mac and Cheese, JC Fan Club. Yeah, ok. C'est la commande de McDo chez Monsieur JC. Is that a picture of JC when he had like a head injury or something? Like why does it look like a kid with Down syndrome? Unless that's what JC looks
non,
like.
c'est ça. Il s'était cogné à la tête, fait que.
Okay.
Okay.
So like he tried to do the bandage himself, and that's why he looked like he couldn't see straight.
Ouais, c'est en plein ça.
Okay. I just had to ask because I'm like, who the fuck? Like, some team logos, you know, they make sense. You know, like DME, c'est des variantes différentes, right? Le love, c'est like c'est l'icône plus le mot, right? And then there's the weird people with the face icons, you know, like you guys and JC McDonald's and stuff. All right. Oh, so I know about, I want to say like 90%. So we're not gonna have to pull the op.gg for too much. Some we will. What's the yellow indicator? Is it just someone hasn't paid?
Ouais, non, mais ça m'a donné la nouvelle, mon capitaine avait payé. Là. Je pense parce qu'il a changé de nom.
C'est Zafi, c'est Zephyro, right?
Ouais, c'est ça, mais je pense parce qu'il a changé son nom, fait que...
No, but he played with Carciac on the ACL DME team, right? With Apex and...
Je sais qu'il a joué dans ACL, mais je sais plus c'était avec qui.
Okay, well, I'm okay. If I remember correctly, then yeah, it's the person I know. Okay, I just want to make sure, you know, because sometimes people, they change their names, and it's like, you know, like.
Mais c'est Zephyro LOL, ça.
Yeah. No.
Il a joué ACL, mais je sais pas si c'était avec Carciac ou c'était avec un autre club.
I'm pretty sure it was with Carciac.
Est-ce qu'ils ont pas été bien loin, les deux shooters?
But they went to what, quarters?
Ah, je pourrais pas dire, j'ai pas checké.
But I casted their losers bracket run.
Okay.
I think Zephyro gambled. He gambled game 4 on a Vladimir mid pick, and it didn't work out. Si je me rappelle bien.
Je suis pas surpris ça.
But not gonna lie, not gonna lie. Like the rise in like Vladimir / Diana play in like the amateur scene is kind of nice, you know. Like in terms of the mid lane, I thought that with the jungle patch changes, trying to bring more friendly AP style champions to the jungle, especially for like next patch and whatever. You know, I thought we'd see more AP junglers, but we kind of haven't moved on from Wukong, Pantheon, Xin Zhao. You know, there's a little bit more Trundle.
Parce que. Est-ce que oui, c'est parce que le problème, c'est que les AP jungle sont bons, mais il n'y a pas d'or des mid tant viable. Fait que
Well, I mean, because they keep
they
they keep nerfing Yone, and I think Yone's the only AD mid that's like ever been playable. But you know, Yone c'est comme assez.
Corki, genre.
I don't think Corki's
Gros
playable.
max,
I don't think Corki's playable in the mid lane. À moins que tu joues comme le AD Bruiser build. Mais si tu build Triforce, bro, like, tu fais rien.
Ben, c'est ça, je pense que
c'est trop lent.
Tristana, mais c'est ça.
Like Tristana is a good pick into Yone, but like there's a lot of mages like Annie, Oriana, and stuff that à part genre le niveau 1 et 2 power spike, parce que c'est pretty bully, like you just get outscaled, bro. Like tu joues contre Victor, bro, like il commence Q, il y a grasp bone plating, tu mets son E dessus, il met son Q sur toi, il proc le grass, il walk away. It's like, what are you supposed to do? Alright, so here we go. I see 10 people in the lobby. That's about our average audience. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our Giusauce Prestige tier list. Here, I got my co-host, Roxanne Bruno, a.k.a. Vince, la petite graine. For now, you know, he's gonna become la big graine soon. But hey, you know, that's...
Avec mon régime smoothie, là.
Yeah. T'inquiète, on va le métamorphe, là. Il va double ses attack points. This is for the, would you call this Div 2 or Div 1 version of Eternals? Div 1, right? Because there's challenger players?
Ouais, c'est la prestige, ouais, c'est la Div 1, ouais.
Yeah, okay. Because there's literally a lot of challenger players in the roster. Like there's Reynars, Calciac.
C'est ça. Ouais, c'est la Div 1.
Yeah, there's... Because I think normally Div 2 caps at what? It caps at what? Masters, like what? Like base GM? Or like Masters, like 450? Or something like that?
Ouais, mais là, c'est parce que... Il y a juste 3 ligues, techniquement.
Yeah, no, because normally in like Div 1-1, it's not a point system, it's a peak system, right?
Ouais, mais
there's like a base,
Académie, c'est pas pas tout pareil.
Yeah, no, but Académie, c'est M, c'est like platinum to high diamond, very, very low master, right? Low master meaning you have some suboptimal teammates, because, you know, make up the points. Kind of like how Twinkies, they have Goldjack, who is a fantastic support, but he's a platinum because they have a Masters 80 carry, right? So let's talk about the runners up for do you want to start with the champions from the last league? The Ember Pigs renamed into Vertios? Okay. So yeah. So Ember Pigs, now known as Vertios. They made a couple of changes to the roster, I believe. Because I believe Nute played on a different team last season. Yeah, but Paradox Wartion, je pense Paradox Wartion Frozen étaient ensemble. Ou, no. Worship Paradox Apex, I think. And then they swapped support and top. I'm not sure, but yeah.
Parce que même moi, je suis pas sûr.
You can go check, but I'm pretty sure.
C'était Ben Gadon. Non, c'est ça, c'était Just Too Hard au top. Fait que Nute remplace Just Too Hard.
Okay.
Waltion Paradox était là. Apex remplace Ben Gadon.
Okay.
Puis Frozen remplace Campo.
Ah, okay. That's why we saw the Team Rocket roster. Okay, that's okay. Alrighty. So let's talk about Nute. I think he's a quality class top laner. Has seen a little bit of changes. Okay, but first, avant que I go into details for players and stuff, this is going to be a long tier list, so we're not going to have timestamps, but we're going to go in order of appearances, and I think it's going to be Vertios, DM Exodia, then we'll do your guys' team, and then ça va être à l'aléatoire, I guess, right?
I mean, je vais l'écrire au pire.
Yeah, Vertios.
Qu'est-ce que tu veux faire?
Vertios, Exodia, AV.
On les effacera en temps à mesure.
Yeah, AV. AV for Adrien Vincent. Yeah. And then I guess we'll do Mr. JC, Love, And then DM it to the end.
Don't puis forget that.
Yeah. You'll let me know.
Yeah,
You'll let me know. So that's essentially the time lapse, and then the last one will be the to the end, and so to get into the criteria that we're going to be talking about for this tier list, and this is something that I've gotten some flack for, because well, apparently I'm just a piss low loser that doesn't know how to play the game properly, and look, I get it. Most of the people in the behind the scenes series for League of Legends and stuff, we're not challenger tier players. J'ai pas le temps de grinder 3000 games par saison pour jouer avec des singes. Je vais être honnête, j'ai pas le temps. I have other things to do, and frankly, if I spent all my time playing solo queue, you guys wouldn't get any videos out of me, because well, yeah. So we're gonna be looking at the players' peak, the players' champion pool relative to the competitive field. This is Div 1, right? So it's not Academy. We're gonna be a little bit more strict on the usefulness of the champions they play. Like, let's say someone is known as, let's take a top laner. They're known as a KL one trick, right? And no flame to them, right, for being a KL one trick. But like in a team based environment, unless you're the shy of your team, like the guy trying to go 1v9 hard carrying your team every time, some picks are team appropriate, some picks are team inappropriate, depending on the role you play for your team. So those are going to be some of the factors. I'm also going to base myself off some of the scrims that I've been able to cast and stuff. All the scrims that I cast are public on the channel. You go to my YouTube channel, The Fallen Sanctum, you click the live section, and you just go check any of the past broadcasts. You want any information about what I'm saying and stuff like that, it helps. And while you're there, if you're not subscribed, smash the subscribe button, because hey, why not? Click that like button too if you like these videos, because it does motivate me to upload more daily content, and we've been on a good streak. So anyways, now that's out of the way, let's talk about Nute. So Nute, I think he's a fantastic top laner. Away go le grain.
Merci mes fans.
Yeah. All right. Shout outs to Vince for making time to talk to a piss low player like me. Truly bénévole.
Inquiète-toi pas, je suis très pisse-low aussi.
Yeah. You're like what? I'm like almost diamond in TFT. I don't know if that means something, but hey, All right, so let's talk about Nute. I feel like Nute has had a bit of a reputation as a top laner that, like, this guy is god on Gwen. And from when we've seen it, when we've seen him play in competitive games, it feels like his best games by far have been on Gwen. And so very often, he's called the Gwen one trick, where he'll have his Gwen banned pretty much every series, unless a top laner feels like they can disrespect him in lane and just beat his ass. I mean, we've seen Karsiak beat the slippity sloppity out of Nute in lane against Nute's Gwen. And it happens. Sometimes you get outclassed because sometimes you're a Masters player playing against a challenger top laner, and just like ay. Alright? So it's like, it is what it is. But besides, I feel like Nute has grown a bit as a player. We've seen the swap to more than just Gwen. We've seen the Jace, the Ambassador, the Camille, a bunch of, let's say, utility AD fighters. He can play some tanks, but it's really not his forte. He's not, I want to say he's not like Rorschach, who's the runner-up top laner for Exodia. Nute always feels more comfortable on carries. And even if the carries sometimes play a utility role, you kind of don't want to put him on Ornn. You kind of just want to put him on a carry, so that way it just gets stuff done. So I think because these rosters, I feel like, are more stacked than they were last year. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like the rosters are better made this season than they were last season. Because il y avait des rosters prestige la dernière saison that were like for fun.
C'est sûr qu'il y a eu des rosters. Ouais, il y a eu des derniers rosters genre un peu plus bouche-trou vu qu'il manquait de monde avant la fin. Là.
Yeah.
Mais c'est sûr qu'overall, l'average a l'air meilleur. Là.
I feel like that definitely, like, the top lane is kind of stacked. Like, we got Nute, Tigab, Gnosis, Rorschach, Dr. Caron, surprisingly. Mid laner playing top lane, we got Dars.
Dars 23 XD.
Yeah, Dal's 23 XD. Like, Dal's probably the dark horse in this league. But
Dars,
he's
c'est
fat.
cassé
Yeah,
d'être
yeah,
bon.
yeah. Si solo kill des god tier, bro, like ça va lui donner des playoff points. So I want to say we can put. I feel like we can put Nute at the bottom of S, and so there's yeah. I'll be honest. He's a really good player from what I've seen, and he's grown in terms of his champion pool. And it feels like, because it used to feel like when he's off Gwen, like previously, like in other seasons and stuff, when he was off Gwen, he looked miserable. He didn't look so great. So, like, you know, he would give one good game out of a total of 5 in playoffs and stuff. But now we've seen like a lot more agency. And his jungler Worshin, that he plays with now, tends to focus more on the top mid side of ganks, because they really like taking grubs. This is a team that really likes to push turrets because Nute, you know, he plays carries. He's going to push. He's going to get jungle attention. And they're often winning the 2v2s from what I can tell. And so now let's move on to Worshin. Now this guy's got a funky champion pool. He plays like a lot of shit. But, you know, sometimes he brings out like the old school pro classics. You know, like sometimes you're not expecting a Lee Sin, just slaps the Lee Sin, goes like kills you at like level 2 in your jungle, and then he's like, yeah, okay, this is my jungle now. Like finishes Eclipse before 10 minutes, and then he's like, yeah, okay, well, you can't contest me on any Scuttle Crab, I'll just solo kill you.
C'est un old school player, là. Il aime ça jouer Elise, puis tout aussi.
Yeah, Elise, Lee Sin, Volibear, like he plays very aggressive style junglers. It doesn't always pay off, but he definitely, I feel like he definitely has like the owner spirit in him. You know, where, you know, if he knows that his play is going to work, he's going to force it. And if you're not expecting it, I feel like you're going to get more hurt than you would. So I think Worshin is a really good jungler. Honestly, he won the last Prestige season. Exodia took them to Game 5, but at the end of the day, Ember Pigs was just the much better team on paper, and well, in execution, Reynar's, you know, he tried to hold the fort down, but a carry can only do so much when the rest of the team is dragging you down, right?
Mais c'était un 5-game final, là.
Yeah, it's a 5-game final. It was close, but I mean, at the end of the day, like Worshin out-jungled, what was it? I think Le Fils, to a masterful degree. In the finals, and honestly, given his pool, given his play style, and given the fact that he's, I think he and Paradox are the main voices on the team. I'm not too sure what role Frozen has. Then again, I haven't had many. I've seen some Team Rocket scrims, which is Nute, Worshin, Paradox, and then it's like it's a
Campo, dark. Support,
yeah, it's Campo and Darksune. So. I don't know if it's the same. Yeah, I don't know if it's the same like dynamic. I don't know what this bot lane brings to Vertios that the Team Rocket bot lane brings to that team. But honestly, it looks really solid. I'm gonna be honest. I think out of all the junglers here, I think Worshin's probably the best one in the list. Given what I've seen, I mean, no offense, I love Tizan, I love Nami Swan. I think you're a fantastic jungler, but I think like this guy just kind of eclipses you. I don't know much about Leo, Trixui, or Krovos. That you'll have to tell me about him, because honestly, I don't think I've ever. I think maybe I've seen Leo's name around before, but the other two, I literally, it's like my first time hearing them. But from what I've seen, Worshin has like smoked high-class junglers, plays aggressively, has a fantastic jungle pool. It's really hard to like ban him out, so that's why he doesn't even get bans in Fearless, because I don't know about Trixui. But I think I've seen Leo play. But I do not know. Oh, Jesus Christ! Give me a second, guys.
Attends, je vais continuer le stream. En tout cas, Fallen Sanctum, il parle plus, il est muté, mais je suis d'accord avec ce que tu dis. Moi, je mettrais Golan, Léo en premier, ça c'est sûr. Puis c'est sûr que Trixou, Golan mécaniquement est vraiment le top de la catégorie. Mais après ça, je dirais. Trixou, il est très fort, mais là, Trixou, je pense qu'il joue pas tant au jeu cet temps-ci, fait que. Il va sûrement être raqué un petit peu, là, si je check son profil. J'ai 150 games de jouer. Il fait de la flex, fait de l'arène, fait que. Je serais d'accord de mettre Wartillon deuxième, mais moi je mettrais Golan premier. En attendant que Fallen Symptom revienne, ça va être mon opinion. C'est quand même comique, j'ai l'air de me parler tout seul, man. Je parle à mes démons live. Fait que c'est ça.
Alright, apologies, boys.
Ouais.
Alright, so, en tout cas, Trixo et Golan. Who's Golan?
T'avais pas. J'ai parlé pendant que t'étais pas là, pour combler le vide. Là. Mais moi,
Ok.
ce que je disais, c'est que c'est ça. Léo, mécaniquement, est clairement. Mécaniquement, est en haut de Wartillon.
Ok.
Mais tu sais, Golan, il a pique genre 800 LP. Wartillon, il est toujours
Oh, so
fort en
Golan
mais-
is Leo, right?
Ouais, c'est ça. Fait
Ok,
qu'il a pique plus haut. Moi, mon top 3, ça serait Léo, Wartillon, puis Trixouille. Puis Trixouille, c'est parce qu'en live, il joue pas tant. Mais
Would you
Trixouille, en
say
est
that
vraiment
Warshin
fort
is
aussi.
still like bottom of S, or I
Oh,
think
les
he's
trois,
still qual. The three of them are S, but Leo is above Workston, right?
Ouais, c'est ça. Il serait une petite coche en haut, c'est ça.
Okay, so you
Parce
want to
que
put
le reste est
okay, so
vraiment
we
en
put
dessous, là.
so we put Warshin mid S because we'll put Leo top S when we get to Mr. JC McDonald's order.
Donc, ouais, ben ça, je mettrais Golan
Yeah.
first, Wartillon deuxième, puis Trixouille
Okay.
troisième, vu qu'il joue vraiment moins live.
When we get to those two teams, we'll rank those players appropriately. But yeah, okay. So now let's talk a bit about Paradox. From what I've seen, this man is fantastic on the likes of Talia, Ari, Oriana. I've seen some disgusting shockwave combos with Worshin and Paradox. Just honestly finding like frame perfect before before the ball detaches on like J4 or Lee Sins. Just some disgusting ults that like honestly if you don't know about it, you kind of just get fucked. You should open people's op.ggs. I mean, I can do that.
C'est toujours mieux de se donner une idée.
Did Paradox change his name? C'est-tu plus Paradox LFTQC?
Je pourrais pas dire par contre c'est quoi son plus.gg. J'écris juste Paradox. C'était juste hashtag QC. Hashtag QC1.
Masters 383 LP.
Ouais, QC1 normalement, il devrait pas. GM, Pick GM, ouais, c'est pas mal sûr, c'est lui.
Okay. So, a lot of solo queue.
I mean, Paradox, ils ont gagné.
Ouais, c'est Amber Pigs.
Il y a solo kill Zephyroth de mon mid laner en solo queue, man. Je l'ai vu live en stream, fait que. Zephyroth est quand même trash.
Alright, so yeah, like I said, control mage, stat player, but can play the likes of, the Corki, the Ezreal and stuff. So it plays Talia, Hui, Ari, Victor, Oriana. The Talia often, from what I've seen, at least from the Team Rocket scrims, he pulls a lot of bans on this champion because the one time I think I saw him play Talia, like, c'était dégueulasse. The dude was landing the flipbacks like c'était juste des mécaniques genre né avec. Honestly, looking at the mid laners here, would it be a hot take to say that Paradox is probably the better one around? I don't know much about WCat. I've seen enough of Aim Down to know that he's not better than Paradox. At least from what the script.
En termes de Hello, Paradox est d'un plus haut, à part Zephy, justement.
Yeah.
Moi, ça serait top 2, c'est sûr, pour Paradox.
Okay.
Même je le mettrais premier live à voir
so-
la compétition qu'il y a. Parce que tout le reste, c'est contre qui il joue. Mon mid useless, il joue pas au jeu, ça fait, il se pogne la bite à l'université.
Mais quand t'es à l'université, honnêtement, like, yo, logging into League on, like, university Wi-Fi, like, bro,
Bigot, il est pas mauvais, mais il joue pas au jeu non plus. Puis c'est un sale OTP Gragas. Useless.
I mean, to be fair, you know, you bait the Oriana, you let them pick Oriana, you pick the Gragas, and then you fucking cock slam red butt, you know, bam, 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 you know.
C'est sûr que probablement je mettrais Paradox premier, ça c'est sûr.
Okay, so let's do that for now, and when we get to Zephyro, we'll have the rest of this conversation. Now let's talk about Apex. I feel like he's a really good AD carry. Likes to play champions. I believe it's like Kaisa, Aphelios, and stuff. Let's see if I'm right. It's a Jinx.
Jin Vayne.
Yeah, Jin Vayne. Yeah. La Senna, bro. Like, not gonna lie, seeing Senna in solo queue, bro, it's just like, bro, like, on est comme des fois, pourquoi ce champion on le buff, you know, like, c'est pas le fun. C'est pas le fun à voir jouer. I'll be honest là, and let's see, so a lot of ARAMs, but you know, a lot of solo queue, a lot of ARAMs, but from what we saw, when what team was he on last season? Because what was he in the Prestige last season? Because I remember him from the time that he played with Carciac, I think in the ACL. Carciac, correct me if I'm wrong. I think I casted your upper bracket match where Apex played or whatever, and then you guys had the losers bracket in the ACL. But you know, from what I saw from Apex, solid mechanics, very good CSing, like 8.2 at 30 minutes with Carciac in Eternals.
Ça veut dire qu'il joue avec pour l'équipe Apex, ok, ça, puis Waza, puis tout, ok. Parce que j'ai pas tant suivi la Prestige la première saison, fait que je pourrais pas dire.
Yeah, okay. But from what we can see, good laning mechanics, good CSing, a diverse champion pool. It's a little weird to see the Jhin as a main for like mechanically spectacular like carries, just because, you know, Jhin is more of like the I want to call it the handicapped AD carry, because you just like, you got 4 bullets, you know, like, so you're A moving a lot less, and Jhin feels more of like a backline support AD carry than a guy that just you know, kind of like presses E, Zeri ults, pentakill, you know? At least from pro play and just general like amateur league stuff, you know, when we see Jhin, you know, it's either you got the mosquito build, or you got super spoon fed by your jungler that you recall, you get like a BF sword and something, and you just 2-tap in the support on repeat.
À part les autres ADC, là, je pense qu'il serait 3e, parce qu'on a un clear top 2.
Yeah.
Puis à comparer avec les autres, je le mettrais 3e en ce moment. Là.
Who's better than him, you think? Well, I mean, clearly, I think, yeah, Reyna is Pew Pew. Okay, I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard about Pew Pew, but.
Check son P.GG vite, ce gars-là, il pitonne. Là.
Alright, let's see. Est-ce qu'il Grandmaster, 700 LP, Challenger, 1000 LP. Alright, place. Okay, Corky, Tristan Averes. Okay, yeah, okay, I can see. Thank you. Alright. Alright, so yeah. Do you want to put?
On a 2 S, puis Apex est dans le A, là, clairement au sommet.
So Apex top of A?
Ouais, c'est là je le mettrais.
Okay. Now let's take a look at Frozen. I think I've seen that name before. I mean, plays the classic style, Rakan, Nico, Rel, Nautilus. You know, what's expected of supports. Not seeing much Spellbook. Oh, seeing a little bit of Spellbook. Demon Napoleon. Pew Pew played with Zephy in ACL. Demon Napoleon.
Ouais, c'est le nom de l'équipe en ACL.
That must have been a season I wasn't casting yet. I don't know.
C'était il y a 2 mois, genre.
Oh.
Je me rappelle avoir vu ça passer.
Ah, okay. Alrighty. Okay, so we see some good supports here. I like that he's a Solstice Slay enjoyer. Honestly, in terms of supports, there are a few rules, right? 1, you check, have they built Redemption? Alright, check. 2, do they build either Solstice Slay or Celestial Opposition. And I feel like they serve two different niches, right? The Celestial Opposition is when you have to do the solo engage style work by yourself, right? So you kind of need a little bit of that shield. But the Solstice Slay is when you have like a hyper carry that can benefit from movement speed and stuff. You know, keep him safe by keeping him fast, right? Because healing and shielding speeds him up. But other than that, he's also buying the warding item. Now that, honestly, I feel like that's like goated behavior, you know? Because this item is so fucking good.
C'est bon quand t'es capable de te le permettre, parce que des fois les games...
Oh ouais, non, il y a des games where il y a des supports où est-ce que t'as 2 items et tout le monde else est full build, que ben, des fois c'est le struggle boss d'être un support. Would it be a good argument to say, like, in terms, like, he's what? He's Diamond 3, so he's on the lower end of Elo, right? Would it be fair to say, what, top of B, bottom of A?
Je l'ai vu un peu, je pense que c'était en Mamago, je l'ai vu, parce que je connais pas assez les supports, tu sais. En termes de gros noms, il y a Spy.
Yeah, but Spy, c'est Spy, like, yeah. Like, I saw Eddie and K play. I really liked what I saw out of Eddie and K. I've seen, I think, Nico streams, or like a highlight where I saw Nico play well. I've seen Dear God.
And on peut commencer avec ça, je pense.
Yeah, Bob. I think bottom of A. Bottom of A, top of B. C'est le vieux de la vieille. What the hell does that mean? He's like an OG, like Patnea comme 40 ans? I don't know.
2 enfants, peut-être.
40 ans, 2 enfants, belle femme au gros sein, puis bam bam boom boom. Alright, now we finished talking about Vertios. Let's talk about the Emi Exodia. They made 2 crucial changes after that phenomenal Game 5 finals against Vertios, which was Ember Pigs. Mainly, they changed Le Fils to Tizan, and I think Tizan played on... Tizan played on, I think, the same team that... I want to say he played on the same team as Gros Poutine last season. But I'm not sure. Yeah. And Spy...
Spy était avec Karsek à Apex,
yeah.
Ça je me rappelle par contre.
Yeah. So they... I feel like the support was a bit of an upgrade. The jungle, I mean, I love Tizan. And I know him more than LeFist, so I feel like, given how the team likes to play, I feel like it's an upgrade. But from what I've seen in scrims so far, it's a rough learning curve. But hey, you know, like, I feel like there's definitely been some upgrades in the team. So let's talk about Roshak, a guy who went from, like, I think Diamond to Masters this season. So he's definitely, you know, like, he's been on the up and coming. I believe he's Masters. Yeah, he's Masters. So yeah, he was Diamond 3 last split. Is Masters now. Plays the typical carry top laners, you know, the Renekton, Ambessa, Aatrox, but also plays things like Rumble, Sion, Jace, Aurora. Pretty versatile champion pool. Not always the carry in the team, but definitely has improved his laning to the point where he can get solo kills, especially in scrims. He's looked kind of decent from what I've seen. Again, all the scrim perspective VODs or whatever are on my YouTube channel if you want to go watch any of them to see what I'm talking about. But other than that, I like the champion pool. I like that the fact that the laning got much better. There are still some matchups that are pretty rough, but he's definitely glowed up in terms of a player. So I think from when last season I would have put him maybe top of B. I think this season we can put him, I want to say, top of A. I think like under Nute because he's got work to do, but I think he's definitely better than some of the other candidates, but not good enough to breach that tier. Let's talk about
yeah. C'est amélioré, mais la compétition est plus féroce sur
ouais.
ce split-là.
Let's talk about Tizan. Very low in the LP bracket. for what we expect of some of our junglers. But then again, it's okay 'cause when you have a player like Reynars on your team, there's Reynars and Spy as a bot lane. You know your points they kind of go down the drain. But I like Cezanne's pool. You know he plays the traditional AD bruiser in Wukong, and then he's got some carry style picks within the Fury, the Lilia. Funnily enough, he plays Nidalee and Zyra, so he's one of the people who's like an enthusiast for the new jungle patch changes and trying to incorporate as much AP as he can. But I've seen him play the likes of Sejuani, Maokai, you know, so it's pretty versatile in terms of jungler. Not the best smiter in the league by far. I feel like I've seen Cezanne get outsmited quite a few times by Orshin, but I mean, you know. Cezanne versus Orshin, I think Orshin wins it 9.5 times out of 10. Just based on player experience. Wow. So I think we can put bottom of A.
Okay. Well, sure.
I feel like that's appropriate, you know, because Elo kind of low, but like he's a good player, but like you know, kind of like the Gold Jack argument, you know, like he's worth the points that he's been given. But there's room for improvement, you know?
En même temps, il est Emerald 2 live.
Yeah, he's Emerald 2 and like in Div 1.
Là.
Yeah.
Ça, c'est clairement pas son représentatif.
Now let's talk about Aim Down. Aim Down has had a bit of an up and down style career. Like we said, Exodia finished second last Prestige season. And Aim Down's champion pool is a little bit interesting. He does play some of the standard stuff like Syndra, and Silas, Oriana, and stuff. I'm trying to find what I'm talking about in this op.gg. But yeah, okay, so Galio, Oriana, Aurora, and stuff, you know. But he likes peculiar picks, you know, like the Akali. He's played some Scion, Jace, Mel, Gragas, Yasuo. You know, like he's a little bit more of the odd one out in terms of mid lanes. I guess he doesn't have the traditional pool. While we've seen some Azir, it's not at the level at which like people like Paradox can play the champion, you know. But yeah, I feel like on champions like Ryze and just I guess versatile mages or versatile mid laners, he does a lot better than the traditional pool that's expected of current day mid laners. And was Masters, is Diamond 1, so probably got griefed by a few monkeys. But in terms of the mid lane, I think maybe mid A? I think mid A is okay. What do you think? Because we've seen some games where he can pop off. We've seen some games where he's done like really, really good. But lately, especially if you've watched the scrims, man, it has seemed rough. It has seemed rough to be aimed out. But then again, you know, when you're scrimming against Paradox, you know, you're kind of happy to. Yeah.
Mais en saison régulière l'année passée, je pense qu'il était constant pas mal tout le temps. Il est quand
même
un bon pilier pour l'équipe.
Yeah. Let's talk about Reynars. I think Reynars by far, like Reynars, and you mentioned Pupu, right? As like the top 2 like 80 carries in this league. So we don't even need to check what Reynars plays. If you've watched any of my streams, you know Reynars is a I kill you in lane enthusiast. So whatever champion can be aggressive, that's Reynars' champion pool. But he'll make any champion look good. Honestly, if you disrespect this guy in lane, he will solo kill you. So I think we could put him mid S. Because we mentioned he's in the top 2 discussion, and Pupu is just, you know, he's slightly above. But Reynars is definitely a player that if you give him resources, he will do fantastic. And now let's talk about Spy. I think the biggest upgrade this team has done over the offseason. And Spy is a special kind of support. You'll notice he's a Pike 1 trick. Given that tournaments are fearless only, If you let it through, there are some big chances that with an aggressive AD carry like Reynar's, you're gonna get like a Pike Corky lane, and then you're just gonna be completely fucked in the early because this man's hook accuracy is a little bit stupid. But we've also seen phenomenal games on the Rel, on the Nico, on the Rakan. He's fantastic on engage. So this man, I feel like he plays more engage, and his Pike is an engage champion. It's like a Blitzcrank. You got to give him some respect, because if you disrespect him, bro, you are getting hooked under turrets, stunned, ulted, ignited, whatever. You're dead. Like this man almost chow support worth a lot of points, and definitely deserves a good name on his rep. I think from what I've seen, I don't know. I'd be willing to say he's the best support in the league.
Juste de nom, je serais d'accord avec ça.
So like, yeah, top of S. You can put him in the first slot, yeah. All right. Now next up, we are talking about Adrian AV. Yeah. So the mugshot porno actor team, led by Zephyro and Karsiak with their friends. So let's talk about Karsiak. I think Karsiak, in terms of like the current top laners available, is definitely the guy to ride his meat most often. He has shown that. Well, let's look at the champion pool real quick. But I mean, he plays a bit of everything, and he can play anything. From like the Riven, that's his most played, which sometimes gets respect bans. It's not always suitable. But, Akali, Camille, Aurora, Aurelia, like this man will just pick something and he'll shit on you in lane, and he'll shit on you with it. And if you disrespect him, you're going to be 0-3 by the time you blink, So I think c'est pas vraiment une question. This guy's probably the best top laner in the league by far. At least from what I know. So we can put him top of S. I think c'est même pas une question. This man has proved time and time again. And now let's talk about you, Mr. Roxanne Bruno. You're playing a little bit out of your elo. But hey, when you gotta fill for points, you gotta find some academy players that have some extra spare time.
Boucher le trou, man.
Yeah, just a point filler. So you mainly play the Xin Zhao, the Wukong, the Pantheon. Still on the AD Bruiser style train. We've seen you play some tanks. You've got a decent champion pool. I don't think you're gonna be much of a carry on this team. More of like a pocket tent for either Karsiak or Zephyro this league. Let's be honest. But yeah, I think yeah, pretty much. I think we can put you. Can we? Dog shit.
Ton call, là. Moi, dans mon call, je suis numéro 1.
Okay. I was gonna put you above Tizan because I feel like you've got a slight gap over Tizan in terms of jungle skills, and from what I've seen, you're pretty good at smiting. And when it comes to junglers, being able to steal objectives, I feel like that's important. I'll be honest, not getting smite stolen all your objectives by an enemy jungler, I feel like that's kind of important, When you're doing a 50-50, if it's more of like a 75-25 for you, I feel like that gives you points as a jungler. So I'm going to put you right above Tizan. All right. Now we've got Zephy. So this is the team captain for... okay. What's his name?
C'est... BB Swag.
Oh!
Numéro 1 fan amour.
Okay. Dog shit music? Wait. Oh, wait. You're talking about her music. Okay. I thought you were talking about old school League of Legends music being shit. I was like, Karsiak, I'm gonna have to time you out for that bad opinion, But from what we see here, we see the Tristana, we see a lot of mages, we see it has fallen from grace. The Masters 110 used to be GM 600. Definitely.
100 LP, 1000 games, hard stock, 50% win rate. Ça, dans mon livre à moi, si c'est pas un shatter, là, il est très bad, ce mec-là.
To be fair, Kasiak, I've never heard this Roxanne's music. I think Vince just told me he picked this name because she looks pretty or something. I don't know. But then again, hot women are hot women. It's subjective, I have my taste. Vince has his taste. Everyone has their taste, but it is what it is at the end of the day. But we see a lot of Aurora. We see a lot of Syndra, Talia. We see the Victor. Mel is a champion that we see a lot in OP.GG's, but in terms of let's say the amateur league, it's very awkward to play Mel, right? Because you need to be playing it specifically in the team comps that have uber insane skill shots, right? Like Giusauce and stuff like that, right? Because it kind of feels like it doesn't do anything. You can reflect the Ornn ultimate, but you still get knocked up by it. And she's not good into hook champions because she brings the hooker. She just uses the hook skill shot on herself while hooking the enemy. So, it's I feel like it's hard to place Mel as a champion, as a useful champion in the mid lane. I feel like she can be very oppressive against some low mobility carries who kind of, just out of fog of war get one shot by the combo or whatever. But yeah. But other than that, we see fantastic champions. We see the Aurora, the Syndra, Talia. Victor is always the scaling, reliable answer. And so he does have a bit of redeeming himself to do. He's got to try and get back up by the end of the season. He does have, 3 months to do so. So I'm not too worried. I think if he puts in the effort, he can get stuff done. But we
Moi,
said...
je le mettrais pas S, là, mais on peut le mettre top of A, là.
Okay, you want to put him top of A? Let's do that. All right.
Ouais. Vu qu'il est Hard Stock Master, là, on ira pas le mettre trop haut.
All right, now let's talk about Baba.
En plus, il se fait solo kill par Paradox sans solo kill, juste ça, je...
Oh, yeah. Okay. So Baba, last season, was the all-star 80 carry player in the league for the Ash Blossom, who used the famous Protect the President style comp, where Baba would have to 1v9 L9 super style the entire game. And he did for a good amount of games during the season and playoffs or whatever. But, High 7, aka Roxanne Bruno's team, decided that, well, this man's dying. Over and over and over again. You know what? We're gonna flash set ult him into the fountain, bro. That's it. He's dead. Bam, 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 bam. And thus they won. So we see here Lucian, Jinx. Not that many solo queue games this season, to be fair. A very little amount of solo queue games. I think it's because Baba is very often playing with his girlfriend. And they do a lot of normals and ARAMs together or whatever. As you can see, BB is the girlfriend. But definitely a good... I think he's got good mechanics, good CSing. Can you compare my two accounts, Akali win rates? Sure. Give me a second.
Bon, ça veut flex.
Kasiak, Aura, and... Okay, so... 46% win rate on Akali on your main. And 26 games with a 2.10 KDA, that's not bad. And then 43% win rate in 84 with a 2. I mean, Kasiak, that's kind of dog shit, no? Man, I don't know, man. You've got a nice KDA, but are you queuing with Harambe? What's wrong? Are you queuing with bad people? What's wrong, Kasiak? Because I'm seeing sub 50 on 2 different accounts for one of your most played champions. But, I mean, nice KDA. Nice KDA. That's what I can say. But the win rate is a bit slacking. And I don't think Akali's Akali's not in the Cassante tier of bad win rates. I don't think so. Yo, I gapped 30 with Akali. Look, my last game's what? Wait. Really? What? On Kasiak? or Gnosis? Wait, on which account? Calciac. I'm looking at the Akali games. I'm trying to see where's 30. Calciac B tier, please. Hey, I don't know, guys. Okay.
B tier, ouais. Pour sa quali, c'est vrai que B tier, ça te fait.
Attends, 14-7 Gnosis. 14-7, 14-7, 14-7. White space is 30? Damn, okay. See, like, if you have games like that on your Akali, then how are you losing games? Oh, it's because you're playing with BB Swag. Ok, là, on comprend. On comprend, c'est BB Swag qui te lower TLP. Shit, c'est gratuit. Faut pas duo avec BB Swag, apparemment. on joue jamais topside. Il est perma lane swap, le vieux dog. I mean, to be fair, speaking of lane swaps, I feel like we're going to see a lot of these Viper lane swaps where you have the AD carry in the top lane till 3 minutes, right? And then the support rotates while the top laner's playing bot lane with the support against the enemy AD and support or whatever. So I feel like that's going to be a lot of fun to see some Viper lane swaps, something that HLE did a lot in the LCK. And look forward to Worlds because that's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, getting back to Baba, I feel like he definitely has to play more games. That's an understatement. But I feel like...
Sit sur son elo.
Yeah, he's elo sitting. I feel like we put him under Apex.
Où tu veux le mettre, toi?
Like, middle to bottom of A? Given that there's some...
La compétition est quand même féroce.
Yeah.
Les autres DC. En fait, je viens de voir le... Ok, c'est correct, ouais. Je viens de voir le pire ODC de la planète, fait qu'on est correct, on va mettre Baba dans le ODC.
Alright, and let's talk about Dear God. Alright, who is this guy? Master support, okay. Rumble support? Rumble support, or does this guy just play Arena? Damn. Okay, well, do I see some engage? I see.
Support c'était bon pendant un bout, là, mais je sais
Oh
pas
yeah, no, I know. I played it a lot, but I'm a bad player, so my opinion doesn't count. Yeah, I'm seeing mainly just Arena. But the support pool looks interesting. But you know, we see the Eddie Stall. We've seen some Nautilus. The Zillion is interesting, definitely. Honestly, I feel like Zillion and Bard are two of the champions that can build whatever the hell they want, and it kind of makes sense. But you won't ever know if it makes sense or not, right? Because honestly, those champions, that to me, as a sport player, they're like a mindfuck. I'm like, if you play this champion, either you're doing too much crack or you know exactly what you're doing. But let's see. So it's a master support. Looking at the support list here, I don't think there's much competition. I want to say he's above Frozen.
What?
Yeah, I think we can put him like mid top of A. Cause I like Laforge was what, a top laner? Oh yeah, no, Bard single-handedly wins games, but honestly, every time I see a Bard, I just get the Balzinet clip of him being in the jungle, not farming for 10 minutes, killing the enemy jungler, and I'm like, please don't let that be my support. Please, just let me have a real support in lane. I don't want him to go out for milk. So, yeah. That's I have Bard PTSD from Balzinet stream. Now let's talk about Mr. JC McDonald's order. L'équipe à Léo et Bigo, I think.
Ah. Yes, sir. Mes joueurs préférés, man.
Alright.
So, tu sais qu'il y a déjà mon ADC favori, man. Je vais déjà le classer.
Yeah. That you have the privilege to put someone wherever you want when his name is Metaphor. Okay, so let's talk about Dars. I think like I think he is playing. He is punching above his weight class, kind of like you are. So he's gonna be a little lower on the tier list, just because there's some really really good players in these brackets. So I think like 2 slots under Rorschach is appropriate. We've seen Dars as a versatile top laner who's yeah, okay.
Je vais le mettre ici, là, juste en bas de moi, comme ça je vais pouvoir brag sur lui, là, que je suis en haut de lui dans la tier list.
Sounds good. Now we're talking about this Leo guy who's like the king. Oh, Jesus Christ. Now that's a downgrade. Yo, GM 418 and now Diamond 2 with an almost negative win rate. Mais le Padney a joué 3 games.
Je pense pas que le mec il joue en solo queue tant que ça. Là.
Fair enough. Yeah, because from the champions I'm just seeing Graves, Viego, Kane, and Wukong. Is that Gwen Jungle?
Ouais, c'est Gwen Jungle.
Okay. So
25% win rate par contre, là, mais...
Yeah, that's kind of rough. But,
je sais qu'il va shiner dans son équipe.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know, because we the chat was glazing the shit out of this man. Can we get a little bit of perspective in terms of the glazing as to why we should give this man a good ranking? Because either he plays on an alt account, kind of like Kelsiak normally does, or he just doesn't really play.
I mean, ça a toujours été un high low jungle.
Okay.
Toujours été présent dans les. Beaucoup joué en équipe. Toujours été un gros choix caller. Moi, chaque fois que je l'ai affronté, il me colle une rince. Fait que.
Okay, I mean, we see he plays. Okay. The champion pool, I don't know if it's like the accurate champion pool, but it kind of looks aggressive. And I mean, I think one of the things the junglers fears having to play against a Graves, because like he just randomly shows up while you're doing your second buff. He's got a red buff. He's a level above you. It's a bam bam. He's just running you down, even though he's only got 2 bullets. He's like Jhin, except super handicapped, but somehow he's doing 3 times more damage than you. Shit's kind of OP. I don't know. That's my PTSD, is just getting run down by Graves jungle. Just him sitting in my jungle, shitting on me all game long. So we said he's the top dog this league in the jungle, right?
Ouais, moi je le mettrais premier, ça c'est sûr.
Okay, alright, let's do that. And then who's this big O guy?
Là, c'est mon grand Chris de chum, mais il joue pas au jeu, fait que...
Unranked, no games. Okay, yeah. So Gragas, Zeref, Hue, Lissandra has played 1 game this season. So he's undefeated in ranked this season. Bigot à côté de Paradox? Okay. I mean, I don't really have any info to pull from him, but if il me raw dog each day sur le rift, damn. Felix, I'm assuming you're Zephyro?
Ouais, c'est Zephyro.
Okay.
Mais je sais pas comment il te raw dog chaque jour sur le rift. Le gars a 0 game de jouer. Est-ce que tu pourrais...
Maybe they play Wild Rift together.
Ah.
See, OP.GG works only for League, so I don't have any Wild Rift data. Il a 18 ans, okay, alright. So he's in Cassiak's age range, alright. Maybe too old, who knows.
On va mettre Bigot ici.
Alright.
Paradox.
And now let's talk about Nico Pay. Damn, the OP.GG almost didn't load. Alright, so support player. Right? Okay. Singe? Okay, yeah, because I'm seeing Singed and Ornn, and I'm like, if you play Singed and Ornn support, honestly, big respect, mad respects. But it looks like he plays a bit of flex, and then it's just ARAM and Arena. But the champion pool looks interesting. We don't have a lot of data because he plays a shit ton of flex off roll. And he plays, yeah.
Le mec est là pour se faire du fun, puis il est là pour feel, je crois, avec ses...
Well, I mean, when your 2 most played champions are Alistair and Melio, you're either really confronted as a support player, trying to decide what your support identity is supposed to be, or, you're saying, fuck it, we ball. So where would you put him? Because with the lack of data, I can't really give a proper analysis.
Ben, je sais qu'il a plus joué top, là, fait que je le mettrais dans le B, mais je sais pas où, genre dans le milieu du B. Là.
Mid B? Okay. Sounds good. I mean... Alright, now we're moving on to la team du Nord. The team that I tried out for, but apparently j'étais pas assez québécois for this team. Que je parlais anglais.
Ah ouais?
Yeah.
Mais t'as try pour... Ça fait un bout, ça?
Oh oui. C'était avant Blossom.
C'est clairement pas pour la...
Non. Ça. Bro, I'm a caster, okay? Like, j'ai plus le temps de jouer, bro. I play Ocean's Ascent in my free time, okay? So that if that gives you any indicator as to what the fuck I do in my spare time, la, when I'm not recording videos, I'm having fun preparing more videos that I record. So Diamond 2 top laner, Kled, Garen, Olaf, Kemi, Tom Kench, Darius, Vayne. Oh, no, Vayne is 80 carry. Okay. I mean, your standard Chungus brainless top laner pool? Am I wrong? Like, you know, zero brain, press button, kill opponent, try cheese, ignite, game good? Because we see a bit of teleport, but we see ignite on the Kled, you know, so like he's looking to take an early trade, throw down the ignite, remount, and then kill you afterwards on the next wave. My dad plays Ocean's Ascent in his free time. Hey, Kalsiak, I know your dad plays League. He's probably a Giga Chad. I wish Ocean's was a permanent thing, but there's not enough content. So, is Diamond 2 seems to have a pretty substandard pool. So where would you place him? Because I don't. What do you say? What do you say he's better than Dars, or what do you say he's worse than Dars?
I mean, je sais, vite d'un, en checkant son P.GG, c'est sûr que je mettrais Dars peut-être en haut. Parce que c'est.
So you wanna put this TDN guy in top of B, mid B?
Ouais, je le mettrais en. Ouais, c'est ça, 1000. Ouais. Peut-être égal à Dash, je pourrais pas dire, là, Diamond 2. Ça, sauf Champion Pool et un.
The Champion Pool feels more solo queue-esque than team-esque. It's kind of like Kalsiak's Champion Pool, but worse, you know?
Fait que je vais le mettre en bas de Dars juste pour gonfler l'ego à Dars pour qu'il après ça il se fasse péter pendant sur le riff.
Sounds good. Alright, the mind games. Let's talk about Nami Swan. Plays a lot of carry-oriented junglers. We've seen him, I believe, play with Gross Putin before. But now he's on TDN. And
j'ai aucune idée c'est qui Grosse Poutine.
Oh, he's the mid laner for l'équipe à Blios. I don't know, I think Dawn or Forgotten? I don't know. Whichever one that is. Are you gonna stream us Samedi this weekend? Sure. If you send me the details for when the games are, it's first come, first serve for bookings. So I know that I'm casting Academy tomorrow night. But other than that, I don't really have any other planned games. So if you guys want to get casted by me, just send me a message. Discord, YouTube comment section. I check everything anyways, so it's not like it's hard to reach. So I'm seeing a lot of Poppy, a bit of Zinzao, but he plays a shit ton of Kayn. You're gonna see that Grand Top Kalsiak jungle action. Hey yo, okay, that sounds pog as fuck. All right, sounds good. Okay. All right. Where should we put him? You want to put him B tier?
Ouais, ben je veux dire ça. On dirait qu'il est vraiment plus solo queue là que.
Yeah, Kayn in team XD kick W. Kayn Kha'Zix XD kick W. Yeah.
400 games, Emerald 1, 50% win rate là. Ouais, je pense que c'est.
Mid B, bottom B.
En dessous là.
Okay.
Ouais, peut-être pas bas. Y a-t-il quelqu'un qui serait plus bas?
I
Je
don't
pense que ça va être
know.
le plus bas. Ça va clairement être le plus bas jungler de la gang, je pense, à ce niveau-là.
Alright, now let's talk about Erin. I think that's the team captain for this team. Oof. Was GM, now Masters. Man, there's a lot of people that have been sucking that dick lately. It's kind of crazy. But we see a lot of Zoe. Jesus Christ. Okay, someone might want to go check up on him. To play 300 300 games of Zoe. How do you have 200 games of Ornn and 300 games of Zoe in a season? Hey, yo. C'est rough.
En plus, il a l'air de jouer son Arn au mid en plus. Là.
Mid lane Ornn, ok.
Il a peut-être swap ici. Non, ça, il l'a joué une fois. Ok, non, c'était juste une game qui a swap.
Okay. Alright, we see some traditional mid laners like the Ahri, the Talia. We see some Victor and stuff. So definitely a flexible champion pool. An interesting one at best. But yeah, Zoe I feel is more of like the hit or miss style champion because very feast or famine. I feel like if you're behind, she kind of does nothing. If you're ahead, she's one of the most impressive champions in the game because you blink and you literally like stun, sleep, dead, bam, boom, 3,000 damage in like 2 seconds. So we'll see if that gets them some mileage. I'm willing to put I believe the gimmick doesn't feel that great, so I'm gonna put him under aim down. I feel aim down still has some better redeeming qualities. Let's talk about kill shot, TDN one shot. All right. I hate seeing Ziggs as one of the most played AD carries in the champion pool. Like that's the get ass. But we're seeing some Kog'Maw, and honestly, that's a champion that, we saw. If you watch the stream, you know. There's even a clip on the YouTube channel, even in the Eternals Discord. There's a Kog'Maw going to town, baby. And I feel like the champion pool looks fine. It's versatile. You have some hyper carries. You have a mage. You have Kog'Maw. You have some safe picks like Ezreal and Misfortune. You have aggressive picks like Lucian. You have like some backline 80 carries like Jhin. So I feel like it's fine, but I want to say it's like nothing impressive. So.
Mais c'est ça. Quelqu'un va jouer la. En fait, j'allais dire qu'il va jouer la ligne. Quand tu joues Zig, c'est pas pour jouer la ligne là, en tant que tel. Là, mais...
Bon, quand tu joues la ligne, c'est pour push prio and get turrets. Kind of like the same reason why people play Caitlyn, So I think we can put him under. Do we want to put him under Baba or do we want to put him top of B? Because there's some pretty big. Il reste Nob, Lios et Piu Piu. C'est quand même stack.
Ouais, je pense que. Nord, je connais pas c'est qui, mais pour les deux autres, il est clairement en dessous d'eux. Fait que. Je le mettrais en bas de Baba. Peut-être pas.
On a pas de.
Ici, parce que.
Okay.
Vite, Nord. Ça peut pas être son main à compte, ça, parce que.
Mumu supports. Mumu support most played. Hey yo, respect. Okay. Okay, Patne à Peak Masters cette saison. Oh god. Bard, Blood Song, Wits End, Deadman's Plate. Alright. Les builds à Bard, c'est comme la trisomie 21. C'est pas étudiable. Ça 0-18 on Bard. What the fuck? Okay. Jesus Christ. How do you... Kid, je viens de voir 0-18, bro. Like, I think my eyes started bleeding. On a du vrai Bardinette gameplay ici, là. But, plays the standard engage style supports. Even has some Blitzcrank games. Funnily enough, plays Pantheon support too. Is it Pantheon support or... let's see. Let's try and find out. Jesus Christ, look at the amount of Amumu games. Okay, we could not find a Pantheon, but we found a metric fuck ton of Amumu games. And honestly, gotta give respect to people that play Amumu because it's kind of like Leona, except you have even less survivability mechanics. You kind of just go in, and if the play doesn't work, well, you're dead. So, where do we want to put him? Above Nico? Next to Frozen? Where would you put him?
Il a pas l'air de jouer d'Enchanter, mais il a l'air d'engage à côté.
Honestly, I'll be honest, not playing Enchanters isn't really a bad thing if your team can win within 3 games, because, you know, there's still engaged champions in the pool. It's really just more of like a game 5 question than anything, where you might have to play like a... Okay, sounds good. Now let's talk about who's done. Is it Valex or is it Dr. Caron?
C'est Valex.
All right, so let's check him out. Oh, a Zeri icon. Okay, that's cool. All right, so top lane Masters. Ooh, okay. 51% win rate, but you know he's fallen from grace. You know he peaked GM almost 850 LP this season, but you know we're seeing the standard top lane champion pool: Aurora, Rumble, Jace, Ambessa, Cassante. Even the likes of like Renekton and stuff. That I see almost 700 games on Ambessa. What the fuck? Okay. I guess it's safe to say this guy's an Ambessa one trick.
Je pense qu'il aime son champion. Hein?
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
650 games, puis après ça descend à... Oh, c'est un haut
125. Yeah, okay. Alright.
I mean, je pourrais pas dire... C'est sûr qu'il a climbé haut, mais genre... Pas sur Ambessa, je suis curieux de voir, là, que ça...
So you want to put him next to Rorschach or under Rorschach? Because he's higher LP than Rorschach, but I don't know if he's new J tier. Unless you want to move Rorschach down a cog and put him right above Rorschach.
Non, je pense que pour la flexibilité à Rorschach, je le mettrais en bas de Rorschach.
Okay.
Après une game Valex, je sais pas là, peut-être il joue
also Rorschach has been playing a lot of Ambessas, so you know maybe he just steals it. So here this is Krovos, Masters jungler, almost 1,200 games. Jesus Christ. Okay, so he likes Gwen, Viego, and Echo, and then Satom. Interesting jungle choices, I'll be honest. Plays a lot more on the AP side of things, which hey, it's cool to see. People playing various different junglers. But Gwen is a pretty contested pick in the top lane, so that already eliminates one of your champions. And is it Zeri jungle or Zeri 80 carry? No, it looks like Zeri 80 carry. Alright. Team-wise, I don't know. I feel like this pool kind of sucks.
C'est sûr que ces 3 most play dans le team, c'est pas qu'est-ce qu'il y a de meilleur.
Yeah. So unless he's like the unless he's like one of the carry alternatives on his team, you know, it'll be hard to justify giving the jungler too many resources, you know.
Parce qu'à un moment donné, il faut que qui engage dans cette équipe-là, parce que le top, il a pas l'air d'engage de jouer des...
I mean, if you're betting are you betting the engage on just the Ambessa ult? Like that's what it comes down to. Is it literally just the Ambessa ult? And that's only for one game. So the other games, then you know, you maybe got a Renekton Flash W, but you know, not the most reliable thing at the end of the day. So I think we can, given the champion pool, let's. I think we could put him above Nami, but I think I'd put him under Tizan.
Tu le mettrais en... Parce que le gars, mécaniquement, il doit être bon. Là. Le gars, il met 500 LP en solo queue.
Okay, so you want to put him above you? Because I don't think he's... Oh, jeez. Okay, so
je bougerais peut-être les cartes un peu de même, mettons.
Okay.
Puis, parce que là, Trixie va clairement être en haut de lui. Fait que j'aurais peut-être quelque chose comme ça, genre.
Jesus Christ, but... Il y en a beaucoup de fois dans la tier list, mais 3 fois. Alright, now let's talk about grosse poutine.
Ouais, je pense que comme ça semble correct. Ah, c'est à voir, on va le voir pendant la saison, là, mais mécaniquement, le gars, tu sais, je veux
I
pas.
can't find the LP.GG.
Je vais voir s'il y a un Smurf.
Is it BB Swag?
Non, ça c'était mon mid. Grosse poutine, y a pas d'autres comptes, fait que. On a aucune info pour ce mec.
Alright, so let's put him in
À moins que quelqu'un dans le chat, ils le savent, là, mais.
Is someone in the chat? Can someone in the chat tell us about Ghost Platoon? Because I believe I've casted some games of Ghost Platoon, but I can't see anything about his account. So the people changing their names like every 5 seconds makes it hard, you know. You register under one name, then you instantly change your name. So when we do the tier list review, it's like we don't have any information because your name doesn't exist anymore. It's just like, Jesus Christ.
J'ai aucune idée c'est qui moi, fait que je pourrais pas faire rien.
I believe he played with Nami Swan and some other people. De ce que je me souviens. But yeah, for now, let's just put him in the unclassed tier, like under D. But just the, you know, like on a pas d'info, so he's a mid laner. Let's talk about Blios, the guy I glazed the shit out of, but the man he kind of like, I think, left to make his own team or something. I don't really know. I thought je mettrais mid to high B tier. All right, let's do that. If you could put Ghost Boots in mid to high B tier.
Sure.
I will trust Reynar's words. The man is a trustworthy person, I believe.
Ouais.
Now,
de la sauce dans live, là.
yeah. Okay, so Blios plays a lot of hyper carries. Yunara, Jinx, Kaisa, Aphelios, Zeri, Tristana. He likes to go and likes playing aggressively. From what we saw last season on Nordians, the man had some pretty decent performances. I'd say that he's about on par with Baba, so I'd put him next to Baba. Because that's basically where we had him in the last tier list. Or I think Baba had like edged out Blios like just slightly, but I think in this prestige where, you know, points are kind of a struggle, it's more of like you know, a side by side comparison. Now let's talk about this Yasuo guy. Is he just a mid laner that's playing support this season? I mean, it looks like it. Well, because we see a lot of 100 games on mid lane Xerath.
Je viens de retourner voir l'affrontement entre Nordian et DH, là, juste pour. J'étais curieux, là. Puis Baba s'était quand même fait ouvrir là, dans le DH Nordian match-up dans le dernier split d'Académie.
Yeah. Okay. So, an interesting champion pool. Plays some Engage, plays some Poke champions. This guy's Diamond 3 was Emerald 1, and he was Masters before that, so. Okay. Damn, okay, so he's had a bit of a rocky road, on va dire.
Ça a l'air d'un mid-main.
Yeah, but I think he plays. We saw one game in the OP.GG or whatever. I've seen one game of Xerath support. And I can scroll back a bit further to see if I can find any more info. And that's the only Xerath game in the past 40 games.
En tout cas, il a l'air d'un putain de démon son Xerath, là.
Ouais. 5 points.
64%, ouais.
C'est almost 6 KDA. That's, yeah, he cook. Alright, les skill shots, ça land. So, as Diamond 3, the support pool looks a little bit questionable, I'll be honest.
Ouais, c'est sûr.
But I think I think he can definitely do good in like the first game in a best of 3, you know. But besides that, you know, je me pose la question. So what would we put him next to Killer 1? Or like next to Frozen?
On va y aller de même, parce que Frozen, je pense que même s'il était plus bon à Hello, il y a plus d'expérience en support.
Ok.
Puis, même on pourrait bouger les choses un petit peu, genre.
Sure.
En termes d'expérience, peut-être que j'irais comme ça overall. En fait, c'est qui nous manque la forge, puis.
La Forge was the top laner, no?
Ouais, attends, on va le laisser. On va monter Frozen un peu parce que je pense que l'expérience le fait aller plus haut. On va quelque
Okay.
chose comme ça, puis je pense que Edenic, peut-être qu'il rentre dans le tapon, là, dans le duo, puis la forge dans
Okay.
le tapon du bas. Je pense qu'on va être comme ça.
Okay, sounds good. Now let's talk about the last DME team. Surprisingly, DME has 3 teams signed up this year.
Fait que ça va
I
être.
guess
Dr. Caron ici.
yeah. So Dr. Caron was a mid laner that we did glaze as having some high highs and some low lows. Known for his Kale and Kale in his ear. But it seems that he is a fellow arena gamer, so we don't really have much information out of that. But
Je pense que c'est
Diamond.
vraiment un fil de points. Puis en plus d'être fil sur le rôle, là, je pense qu'il bouche les points au niveau de l'équipe. Fait que je.
Okay, so
À mon avis, ça va être rough mon Dr. Caron. Là, dans,
you
dans
wanna put him next to Lexir?
Je le mettrai en bas. Là, vu qu'il
Okay.
il mène pas le rôle, là, je le mettrai. Je pense en termes de. Ça va être notre.
Now we're gonna talk about the other goat in the jungle besides Worshin and Golan. Seems like he's got a very aggressive champion pool. Shaco, aïe aïe. Ça fait peur, bro. Du Shaco.
Il est pas là pour niaiser. Là.
Ouais, I see he plays more arena than anything else. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, a decent amount of flex games. So let's just sort by flex games. Okay. Here we get a bit better of an idea on the jungle pool, I guess. So Pantheon, Nunu, Sion, Zinzal, Nidalee, Lee Sin. 0% on 3 Nidalee games. That's kind of crazy. But 100% on Zinzal with a fantastic KDA, you know. Then again, you know, Zinzal's not really the hardest champion to play, right? Oh, right, we can. Oh, right, wait. Oh, ta-da! I'm discovering buttons on a website. Hello, I'm good at this game. Alright, Jesus Christ. Okay, man, this guy has had monster performances in whenever he's winning. That seems a little bit scary, okay. So, vous aviez raison de... So, on avait dit Léo... Worshin,
Je l'aurais mis troisième, justement, vu qu'il y a moins de games de jouer. Mais là, les Golans, Léo a pas plus l'air de jouer. Fait que ça brasserait pas un peu les cartes, mettons, au Artillon, vu qu'il est plus vraiment, lui, il est dans le mood. Puis Trixo, il est Golan en dessous, peut-être, vu que t'as demandé quand je suis au jeu, c'est plus rough.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we can do that.
On peut changer peut-être ça, puis genre ça, puis ça. Je les mettrai ensemble ici, Trixo puis Golan.
Alrighty. Alright, and let's talk about this Rez skin. Who's this guy? Do you have any info?
Aucune idée.
Okay, first, let's clear out the arena games because no one gives a fuck about arena.
Je vais pas. Je vais pas trop parler.
Looks like traditional mid lane pool, you know, even has the Chovy Vax at Jesus Christ, this man has a lot of games. That's
Le gars, il est sur 1000 games de jouer, mais contrairement à Zephyro, il est sur Emerald 4 au lieu du Master.
Yeah, okay.
50% win rate.
But, hey, I mean,
c'est sûr que il doit être en bas, là, au niveau du...
Yeah, the CS doesn't look amazing. Ça c'est sûr. There are some improvements. So looking at that, mid lane wise, where do we want to put him? You want to put him C tier?
Ouais, legit top du C, là, techniquement. Ce serait celui-là.
Alright, let's go.
On est bien méchant, là. J'ai hâte de voir, mais je pense que ça va être rough pour le pauvre mec pendant la saison, là.
Alright, so this is the GM and Chal 80 carry that you guys have been dick sucking, dick fucking. Even in his defeats, he looks like he's had some pretty good games. Except this Kog'Maw game. I don't think we want to talk about that, but then okay. He seems to also have some pretty good CSing. So even in losses, 8.0 plus average, close to 9. So that's not bad. I like the champion pool. You know, the Corki has some aggressive options like Corki Tristana. Has some just standard picks like Kai Severus. Has some late game options like Smolder and Kog'Maw. You know, and even plays champions like Ash and other things. I mean, it looks good, and his CSing looks fantastic. So his laning has to be pretty damn decent. So we said that he's going above Reynars. He's the
Ouais, moi, je
goat
le mettrais en
goat.
haut, là. Ouais.
All right. And now let's finish off this team with LaForge. Um, so Melio, Nautilus, Rel, Leona, Alistar, Brom, Karma. I mean, okay, this is a standard support pool.
Ça, il joue
Diamond
support, il joue
One.
des games,
Okay.
bon win rate, bon KDA. Même sur
Yeah.
Engage Support, il y a un bon KDA, c'est quand même rare.
5.2 KDA on Melio. Tabarnak, bro. What the fuck? I mean, I guess it's hard to die on Melio if you really don't want to die, you know?
C'est la Rel Nautilus à 3, à 4 de KDA, c'est quand même rare. Là. Moi,
Yeah.
je te
Because
garantis, si je joue
normally,
Nautilus ou Rel,
yeah,
je
we
m'en vais
all,
bien par game. Là.
yeah, we've seen you play those champions, you know. It
On m'a
was,
vu, je
yeah.
l'ai fait. Un petit BO.
Yep. Okay, so I think we could put him. Where would you want to put him? You want to put him above Yasuo and Killer One? So I feel like he's definitely earned a spot in A tier. Huh?
Je le mettrais en haut complètement du A, là, voir qu'est-ce qu'il joue puis tout.
Okay.
Je pense que overall, ça.
And now, last but not least, we have Love Esports doing their best to try and qualify because last year kicked W. And let's talk about my boy Scab. Masters, top laner. Likes to play set, but also known for his Aatrox and Urgot, apparently. So, a little bit of a niche top lane pool, you know, kind of more focused on like the counter pick aspect or like the lane focused, I want to say. Or this, I don't know, this is giving me split pushing vibes, right? You know, you see Mundo, Scion, Urgot, Set. It kind of looks like people that all just want to fuck a turret up. And ça a l'air réaliste à la fin de la journée. Plus use Masters. You want to put him next to Rorschach? Do you think Rorschach's got more versatility?
Non, je pense que Tigab, lui, il est bien varié aussi.
Ok.
Il a pas peur de jouer pour son équipe. Non, je le mettrais Voyons, je le mettrais à la même place. Je l'ai déjà mis, là, je me parle dans mes mots, là, mais ouais, je le mettrais à la même place que.
Okay. Now we saw a bit of Madman Lolo play. I believe in the qualifier tournament for Academy. Had some okay games, but looks more to be the carry-oriented jungler solo queue wise. And plays 80 carry off roll because I think they used to play 80 carry. But some decent performances on some carry junglers like Viego, Belveth, and then yeah. The champion pool is a little bit questionable in terms of jungle, so I think we're gonna have to dock some points there. But I think given the skill set, we can put her probably like bottom of A.
I mean, je sais pas, il y a eu. Tu sais, il y avait quand même. C'est sûr qu'il n'y a pas le même club, mais il me semble. Tu sais, il y avait une bonne game de Belveth, mais personnellement, je l'avais pas trouvé impressionnant dans la pré-saison de.
Okay. So would you put him mid B?
Tu l'avais checké aussi, là.
Yeah, but I mean, I can't.
C'est pas le même club pis tout, là.
Yeah.
Mais tu sais, quelqu'un qui joue en prestige devrait être capable de carry en académie, pis je trouve pas qu'il a fait ça, en fait, là.
Okay. So where do you want to put him?
Mais. Je peux te mettre ça. Je sais pas si je le mettrais dans le B.
You want to put him in
Faut-tu
C?
le mettre en bas de A? Non,
Yeah.
non, il est clairement meilleur qu'un ami Swan, là. Est-ce qu'il serait en bas de... Non, ben en fait, regarde, je dis ça parce que comme je dis... En fait, non, laisse faire. Il a joué avec Mind Blow, c'est pour ça qu'il s'est pas qualifié. Je retire toutes mes paroles. C'est de la
Ok.
faute à Mind Blow. Fait qu'on va le mettre en haut de. On va le mettre genre. Je le mettrai ici. Genre. Oups.
Ok, à côté de Krovos?
Genre,
Ah,
je suis
no.
en bas.
Okay.
Je suis en haut, juste pour dire.
Okay, sounds good.
C'est,
Now, we don't have
le
much
pic plus
info.
haut, juste pour dire. Là.
Yeah, we
Mais
don't have...
c'est la faute à Mind Blow, retenez ça.
Yeah, we don't have much info on WCAT, but looks like a standard mid lane champion pool. You know, the Galio, the Hui, the Nico's a little bit interesting. And let's just class solo duo just in case there's an arena gamer. We see the Oriana, even things like Brand. Okay, so that's interesting. Zeretz. Okay, I mean, looks fine, but a little bit lower on the echelon of Elo, sort of say. I'm almost willing to put him next to like Erin, if not just under Erin.
Ouais. Attends, je suis en train de texter quelqu'un.
Get.
Ouais, parce qu'il y a quand même des bons codistes et champions.
Yeah.
Il y a
Now,
un peu varié.
during the Academy qualification tournament or whatever, I believe we saw Nord and NK play. Oh, U.GG. Alright, that's cool.
Nord, ça me dit rien, puis quand tu check son. J'ai aucune idée c'est qui, là. Il a joué en académie, ce mec-là?
I think I casted his game. I casted him and Eddie NK, and honestly, I was really surprised by how good Eddie NK played on Engaged Champions.
Ah, mais là, je parle de l'AD, moi. Là, tu parles du support, toi?
But les deux. I think they were both in the same lane.
Parce que. Le gars, parce que le gars, techniquement, il peut même pas jouer dans la ligue en live, là. Je sais pas c'est qui, là, mais. Il y a 20 games de jeu. Il y a même pas 30 games. Il est même pas éligible à être classé. J'ai aucune idée c'est qui, là. Faudrait quasiment demander à Canard, là, mais.
I mean, it's Canal's league, so it's Canal's league, it's Canal's rules. Right?
Il y a Pig Diamond 4. Je sais pas pourquoi il y a OP.gg puis pas. Pourquoi il y a le seul qui est sur U.gg, le mec, maintenant.
I don't know. Maybe that's what he linked. But we see some really good Smolder games.
Ok, non, c'est complètement bugué. Ok, va sur OP.gg, là. Ok, là, ça fait du sens, ça.
So.
Pourquoi il y avait le OP? Ok, Diamond 4, 60 games.
What's the hashtag? NA0?
NA0.
Ok, ben il est juste 60 games.
Ouais, mais là, il est correct, c'est ça. C'est 60 games à.
Oh, c'est juste 60 games pour la prestige?
Non, pour ça. Ça dépend du level des comptes, puis il est assez haut. C'est pour ça que. Là, ça fait du sens.
Ah, he's level
Je me rappelle pas
700.
avoir vu
Okay.
jouer en académie, par contre. Mais.
Well, I know I saw Eddie NK. I know I saw Eddie NK play. I think maybe I'm mistaken on Nord, but I thought I saw him play at least once. But I mean, looks good on hyper carries. Looks good on hyper carries. Really likes the Smolder, but hey, I mean, you know, à la fin de la journée, Smolder c'est un champion que, you know, if you can't beat it, you just lose because he's an Elder Dragon at their 125 stack. So you make a misplay, your support gets hit, you get tagged, you get executed. Puis ben, it is what it is. So let's put him next to One Shot. And now let's look at Eddie and Kiggs. I know I liked what I saw when I saw this man play. He looked really good on Engage. Je pense que c'était une game que j'ai spectate en attendant un autre game or whatever. But I think I saw him play Rel or Rakan, and it looked like really clean. It wasn't the same level as like Spy and stuff, but you know, il n'y a pas grand monde qui vont match Spy in terms of dick riding, right?
Non, c'est sûr que c'est.
But hey, he's a master support with 55% win rate on 320-ish games, so c'est pas pire. Some great KDA, some fantastic win rates. He even has a very good win rate on Azil. That's kind of suspicious, but
Mais je pense qu'il jouait mid un peu, puis c'était son main au mid, fait que tu sais pas.
Okay,
son
but I mean,
c'est Yumi par contre. C'est quand même dégoûtant, là.
Well, he has not played Yumi.
Mais dans sa Mastery, là, son most played, c'est Yumi.
But I guess I don't know. Maybe he needed money for college, and you know he did
Ouais, il y a Dick Ride une coupe d'avant.
he did the ooh 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 nudge nudge. Is that your dick? Slurpy worpy. I think
Dans un
I,
moment bien difficile, là.
yeah, I think we can definitely put him in A tier. I think ça vaut la
Est-ce qu'on
peine.
le met
Maybe
avec la
yeah,
force
yeah,
ici?
right next to La Forge. Yeah, I think that's good. Now let's move on to le classement des équipes. I'll be honest. I feel like Vertios, solid contenders for a back-to-back win. Yeah, they changed the roster a little bit, but I mean, they still have some of the cleanest on paper stats per role, and they have a lot of like competitive experience. So I'm gonna go. Vertios, Exodia,
Avec deux
AV.
mêmes équipes.
Yeah, AV, because you guys did fall in the semis. You guys lost 2 Vertios last season.
Ben, mais on était même pas là la saison, fait que...
Non, mais je sais pas, I swear Carciac était dans
Ben,
la...
Karsak, il jouait dans Apex, là, mais il était tout
Ah, yeah, but Apex lost to Ember Pigs in the semis.
Ouais,
No?
c'est ça, mais c'était pas pantoute le même club.
But weren't you in it?
Non, moi j'étais avec Monsieur JC, puis j'ai juste subé pour
Ah.
le BO.
Ah, okay. My bad.
Le
Alright.
fameux BO, la fameuse journée à 10 games. Là.
Yep. Yeah, that sounds fun. Then let's see. Après ça, I guess we'd go Mr. JC or C'est dur parce que le top 3 pour moi c'était facile. Après ça là, c'est you know, it's like je roule des dés, you know. But I think we're gonna do Mr. JC. The team that has Trixui, which is what? It's Forgotten?
Trixoy, c'est Forgotten, ouais.
Then I'll do the team with...
Avec Valex puis Grosse Poutine pis tout.
Yeah.
Ça c'est down.
Then we'll put Love Me, because it still looks like an okay roster. And I mean, I really liked what I saw from Eddie and Kay. And we're in a format where, you know, supports get a fantastic engage and could just instantly win the game. Then il reste quoi? Il reste TDN, puis il reste...
Ben, c'est la dernière, c'est juste que là, il y a 9, là, mais c'est...
Ah, ok.
C'est trop fort, parce que...
Ok, yeah.
Les deux équipes qui passent pas, c'est Team du Nord puis Love Me. Là.
Well, yeah, I feel like it's just really stacked, and like the top 3 is like definitely almost secured, and then the rest, you know, like I said, it's gonna be like some bloody matches. So I'm expecting a lot of bloody games, because c'est des best de 3, c'est du hard fearless. Y a pas de soft fearless bullshit.
Ouais, là c'est du vrai truc de mall alpha. Là c'est du hard fearless. Là.
Yeah, so il y aura pas 2 games de Zinzal, 2 games de Panthéon, 2 games de Vite. C'est comme un tabarnak, qu'est-ce qu'on est tanné de voir cette merde là. Alright.
Là c'est juste du vrai truc de gars. Là, moi c'est facile. Nous en premier parce qu'on est les meilleurs.
Ok.
On va dire un petit virtuose. On va mettre Monsieur JC en dernier parce qu'ils ont métaphore dans leur club et qu'ils s'en vont 0-8. Après ça, Team du Nord ici. Après ça, Exodia, je suis d'accord.
Because Exodia have made upgrades to the roster, but is it gonna be enough to win the finals against the team that smoked them in that game 5? Because it was close. It was close. But, you know, it's kind of like, you know, Genji and T1. You're like, okay, maybe T1 have a chance this time. And then Genji are like, no, what the fuck are you talking about? And then they just had the series, you know? When they take a team fight at Dragon and they're like, hey, we're on thinking, it's game 5, but it don't matter because it's Genji! You know? That's bad. It's big faith in You Love Me.
Attends, je vais inverser. Ça, puis...
Done.
Ça.
Yeah.
C'est parfait. Parce que Piu est vraiment fort, Trixo aussi, mais il faut vraiment qu'il carry le reste du club. Fait que ça va être rough, je pense.
We'll get to see if their lack of solo queue practice is a hindrance or a blessing. Because, you know...
Parce que les deux solo lane à Forgotten, là, Dr. Coron puis Reskin, là, j'ai l'impression qu'ils vont se faire manger à chaque game.
Hey, c'est comme le Silver qui a joué dans le tournoi Académie pour se qualifier, puis il y a eu une belle game, puis après ça, il y a eu comme quoi, 3 ou 4, 0.
Il s'est fait ouvrir, là, c'est ça, il n'y avait pas grand chose à faire.
Oh, you guys want to scrim against Exodia? Damn! Okay. Nice. Good job, Dr. Caro. Well, it's just, you know, we're used to seeing you mid lane. So when we see you top lane, you know, we have to, on se pose des questions. But hey, you know, maybe you'll give us a pleasant surprise in terms of some fun games to watch. Raiders and Dr. Caro.
Non, là, c'est qui nous ment, là, en pleine face?
Who's lying? Who's lying?
Est-ce qu'il aurait joué contre Dawn, finalement?
Ou l'autre?
Il y a trop de DME.
Yeah. Well, Exodia is the real DME team. And les deux autres, pour l'instant, ça se peut que ça soit des bandwagon DME. Parce qu'après une mauvaise saison,
vous avez joué contre Krovos puis Valex, puis Bleos. C'était ça les noms ou peut-être tu s'en rappelle pas, c'est quand tu scrimes un bout. Que si Renard dit que ça rappelle pas, j'ose croire que c'était l'autre équipe. Là. Ça devient mélangeant anyway.
Because I've casted most of Reynard's scrims. So, well, at least I want to think I have. It's like I'm always asking Rorschach for scrim dates. I just like watching Reynard's play bot lane. Ça doit être done. On n'a pas scrim d'autres teams de DM. Alright. Well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Vince and you guys for coming out to hang out and chit chat, and we had a lot of fun tonight. Less than 2 hours, so not the longest. But to be fair, you know, once we got past the first few throat goat teams, it was a little bit harder, you know, to kind of get the mojo going in terms of like consistency, because some of these players we've seen a fuck ton of, and some we've seen like barely anything. So hopefully we'll have some delightful surprises during the season, and I hope that leads to a lot of bloody matches, and I want to see a fantastic run to playoffs. On that note, remember to like the stream and subscribe if you haven't already, though. All scrims and games I cast will be in the live section on my YouTube channel, The Fallen Sanctum. So if you ever miss a game and you want to watch some, it helps the channel out. So thank you, Vince, for coming out tonight. I know we had to reschedule because you had some unfortunate mishaps. But I feel like we did good. And tomorrow, watch me cast... if you guys are free, I am casting the... what is it?
Twinkies contre...
Twinkies contre...
contre Los Orinos, contre Monsieur Bandito.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm casting tomorrow. So if you're free, I think it's like 7 or 7:30, whatever. Be there or be square. Anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys.